This is the last episode.
What are you spraying on the mic?
It's air duster.
You mean air? You mean compressed air?
Compressed
for 500.
What is compressed air?
For 500.
Yes.
Why does Jeopardy always have to... I know it's a dumb thing, but I always hated the way you had to answer in Jeopardy.
Come on, dude. What are you?
Gay?
Yes.
What are you going to say? What was your insult? What was your retort?
Comedian.
Like a retort.
A bad comedian in the 90s.
Owen Wilson?
No, I was gonna say the words. What are you, a bad comedian in the 90s?
I mean, Jerry Seinfeld?
There you go.
What's his jokes? I'm rich. Oh. And I tell the same set for 15 years. Oh. Fuck Jerry Seinfeld.
I'm not the biggest fan of his
Fuck
comedy.
Steve Harvey.
Fuck Steve Harvey.
And his mustache.
What is that from?
Oh, no, Fuck Steve Harvey is a Tyler the Creator thing.
Yeah.
But the end of a song is like, and fuck Steve Harvey for no reason.
Yeah.
He cheated on his wife. That's a real fact.
Steve Harvey?
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve Harvey.
And then he fucked up Miss America, which is a good thing because Miss America is a stupid idea.
Steve Harvey's not my favorite role model for the blacks.
Who would that be?
I don't know.
Uncle Ruckus?
Yes. He's mine.
A self-hating black person is your favorite role model for black people everywhere?
Yes.
What about no?
And
your
people
actual answer is Sonic Fox, the gay furry who's good at fighting games. That's your real answer.
I don't know who that is. So
you don't know who Sonic Fox is?
Why the fuck would I know that?
He's like alternate universe Isaiah.
Okay.
Without minus forget the tattoos and hair, but he became a furry and good at fighting games instead, doing whatever he's doing.
Why would either of those things be anything I care about? I don't care about furries or fighting games.
I thought you were gonna say I don't care about gays or black people. I was like,
I wish.
I thought you were going for that.
Wish.
They're going for that.
Damn.
Why did you go for that? Like, that's your answer.
I know.
You should say, man, I don't care about minorities. And then just end it there.
People of color.
People of persuasion.
The cult of persons.
Personality. That's a good song.
It is a good song.
It was a good wrestling theme song for CM Punk.
Yeah.
That was his walk-on song.
I feel like I knew that.
Yeah, because that's... Well,
I don't know.
Have you ever seen when not Iron Maiden, what fucking band?
Black Sabbath.
When they did Ace of Spades live.
Oh, Motorhead?
Fucking Lemmy came out. There's a clip of it when he came out to do it. To Ace of Spades live, and he's so fucking drunk. It's so funny.
Of course.
Like he's like barely even there. He can't even sing the song right. It's so funny.
Sounds about right.
It's the best.
I love this.
It's all a game to me. And it's like barely even awake.
This podcast is fun because I like the intro. I like when every time it starts, I scurry around my room trying to find some
like a dirty little audio rat.
Yeah,
looking for things to annoy people with.
Yeah. Try to find something dumb to hit the mic with. And
wait, I forgot to ask you a very important question.
Yeah.
On a scale of sometimes to always, how horny are you for Bowsette? There's no wrong answer here. We're all adults here. Two of us are adults here.
Pretty
always.
Pretty always. No.
What are your feelings on that whole explosion?
I'm more excited in my pants. I'm more excited about the what was the thing that came out about like what is it? The Toadette turns into a peach or whatever.
That's what I'm talking about because they used that power up and then Bowsette exploded. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So on a scale of sometimes to always, how horny are you for her? Him. Whatever they identify as.
I'm not, yeah.
In the art.
I'm not transphobic.
Sometimes or always. You got to pick two.
Sometimes and always.
Yes. You're not always in the mood, but sometimes you are.
I'm not always in the mood, but when I am, I'm always in the mood. I drink Dos Equis. No, it was what's that? The Anchorman joke, right?
Oh, yeah.
I was just like, what is it? Like, I don't remember what it is exactly, but that was the same stuff.
Anchorman 2 is not a bad movie. It shouldn't exist.
I liked it when Jack Black kicks the dog in the first movie.
No, I like it when Kanye West has a laser gun in the big fight at the end.
I don't remember this.
Anchorman 2.
Oh, yes, I do remember this.
I legit kind of love that stupid battle scene.
That battle scene is one of the greatest battle scenes of all time.
Because the cameos were ridiculous.
Okay, so like Game of Thrones season 6, Battle of the Bastards #1 for sure.
Lord of the Rings.
It's
Return of the King is the big
Return
war.
of the Kings, yeah, for sure. That entire movie, it was a 3-hour battle scene.
Yeah.
It was great. All of the battle scenes in that movie are amazing. for 3.5 hours.
And then Anchorman 2.
And then Anchorman 2 at the end. Yeah, that's probably number 3 right there.
Fuck. That's high bar.
Yeah. I mean, it's fair though. They deserve it.
Is it fair?
I think they deserve it.
I've only seen one of those battle scenes.
And what?
Of all the 3 you talked about.
You haven't seen Battle of the Bastards battle scene?
No.
You can just watch that episode.
How about I don't?
It's kind of like it's the Blink of like Game of Thrones, in my opinion.
Blink? What do you even say? Blink like the Time Cat, that Xbox game?
Remember
Blink's the Time Cat?
No.
Well, you don't remember Blink's the Time Cat?
No.
It was their idea of like making like a mascot platformer in the original Xbox era.
Is the episode called Blink?
He's an orange cat, and he has time stopping powers. You can't ignore Blink's the Time Cat, dude. You just
it's called
can't.
Blink. The episode, the Weeping Angels episode of Doctor Who.
I don't even know how to blink. I don't even have. I'm like a.
You know what episode I'm talking about, right?
I'm like a lizard where I don't have to blink my actual eyelids.
There's no way you don't know what I'm
I
talking
have that
about.
second film that like that I'm talking about with lizards.
Of course I know what you're talking about.
They have that second film that kind of just like blinks for them really fast. I have one of those.
My name is Alex Jones, and I'm an expert on lizards.
I also can't use PayPal.
I also can't use. Okay.
No.
All right. Okay.
No, because there's nothing funny or entertaining about that follow up.
I'm just upset.
So always or sometimes. For Alex Jones, always or sometimes.
Oh, always. For sure, always. Not even jokes.
You got red hot blood, and you're coming.
Yes, I am.
America.
Yeah.
Is that what America's about?
Mm-hmm.
Being horny for Bowsette for 500?
And Alex Jones's voice.
I cannot believe how big that fan art exploded. It was like one piece that was a gag, and then literally, you ever seen Leon the Professional?
No.
You really should correct that.
Okay.
Because there's the scene that I always think about where it's everyone. Who? Everyone is like shaking in anger, but literally everyone came out of the woodwork to drop fan art of it.
Cool.
From artists from Japan, from the US to France over the weekend. It was a very strange time in my timelines.
Yeah,
Very odd.
I'll be honest. I'm already over the Bowsette meme. It's been like 24 hours and I'm already over it.
Some people are over it already, and I get it because it's so much of it.
Yeah.
But you still haven't answered the question.
Yes, I have.
Except for Alex Jones.
No, yes.
Okay.
And oh wait, no, what is it? What did I say? I said
what if
sometimes
Alex Jones,
when I am always.
What if Alex Jones ate the mushroom?
Ooh,
how would you feel?
What would that look like?
How would you feel?
Oh, it depends on what it looks like. Depends on what it sounds like. That's
all you need. That's all you need.
That's all I need. I'm a very audio kind of guy.
Put a bag over the body, but leave a slit for the mouth so I can hear her.
Oh yeah,
that's what you say.
Yeah, leave a slit for the
every
mouth.
night to yourself when you go to sleep.
Yeah, talk about that.
You fold your arms over your chest like you're a vampire, and you talk to yourself like that.
Talk about that mouth slit. What that mouth slit?
What that mouth slit? Can I put a credit card in it?
Guys, this is the last episode podcast. My name is
what?
My name is. I'm tired of that.
We've been that joke like 7 times.
I know,
but you can never stop me
because I can't like come up with a funnier thing.
Be funnier. That's your actual answer. Is be funnier.
Well,
drink the funny juice.
Both me and you should do that.
That's called weed. That's the funny juice.
Big Wed is the funny juice.
It was really surreal. I got to talk about this. You know how Vice has a TV network, right?
Yeah.
Some of their shows are all right or good because they're just adaptations of like their very few good YouTube series.
After this, we're going to talk about the PC build.
No.
Okay.
Because like, you know, they have like the one where it's just people like rappers watching Ancient Aliens and it's getting really high.
Sometimes those are like good.
Yeah. But I keep forgetting that my dad and my mom actually like watching Viceland. Because that's like legit some good stuff on it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh yeah, my mom's like watching like a show where it's weed cooking. And I'm like, right. Yeah. Yeah, this is what we live in now. I forget.
I have a question. Has your parents ever done a big wed before?
No, they've never done a weed.
Yeah. Are they against it?
No. They're not close-minded at all.
Okay, interesting.
But it's just like, no, it's just a cooking show. I'm like, yeah, you're right. It's all it is. Yeah. But it's still weird.
It's an oddly progressive thing for them to watch.
Because they're not progressive.
Yeah, it's weird to think of like.
No, it's just weird to think about like my parents watch Viceland. It's already a weird statement.
#boomers, am I right?
I fucking love the boomer meme so much.
I love it.
It's evolving the lore behind a really old meme.
Yeah. Of what?
Of that Feel When guy.
I don't know.
Because now he has a family and now he's a boomer. And his son listens to Little Pump and 21 Pilots. It's evolved lore.
Cool.
Like Pepe was like a man in a funny little webcomic and then evolved into a 4chan thing.
And then
he got really sad and then he killed himself. And then he got really angry. And then he became an alcoholic.
Started hating black people.
And then he started hating black people for like a year. And that was uncomfortable.
And Jews.
And then
a lot of Jews.
And then he got hitting every minority race. And now he just exists.
I want to talk about a meme thing real quick. Speaking of the alt-right,
I'm checking out.
This is worth
My
it.
brain checks out.
This is worth it.
I'm floating away.
This is worth it. I promise.
It better be worth it. This podcast is over.
4chan. I'm sorry. This
The
conversation.
hacker known as 4chan.
I was going to say, starting this conversation with the word 4chan just already knows.
Are we talking about how they found out that ICE will upload child pornography to people who pirate shit to get them in trouble?
Just say ICE and no.
Because that's a real thing that people found out.
It's not though.
That is a real thing.
It's not though.
In my conspiracy brain.
All right. Yeah, there you go. No, it was, I saw this post.
In my chemtrail brain.
It was a 4chan post of someone who's saying, hey, let's make people think that a skeleton is a white supremacist symbol. And we'll use quotes like we're all white on the inside and try to get the media.
Well, that's so easy to do.
It's so funny. I think that's really funny. That way by the time Halloween rolls around, no one wants to dress up as a skeleton.
Some group of people,
I think that's hilarious.
Some group of people fucking made up like a fake supplement and person who died from it. And then real news sites like covered it for weeks.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff
and
I
I'm
want.
like, man, the world is really stupid.
Yeah, that's what I like. Like that's the kind of 4chan stuff I like. Of just like, let's just troll the world for a second. But not in a way that doesn't hurt anyone.
Yeah, that's what I'd rather them do.
Yeah.
But people like to make people angry for things like that. So it's like now the rare times where it was for literal shits and giggles or for the lulz as it used to be known is long
so dead.
gone.
Yeah. The art, I've always said the art of shit posting is an art. It is an art.
But now it's not because anyone does it and everyone does it, and now it's not fun anymore.
I do it still, and I feel like I'm pretty.
No, I mean as an art, like as a real art form, it's like no.
I want historians to look back at this time as shit post art the same way they look at like postmodern art or like.
Well, it is. It's an evolution of that in a weird way.
Yeah.
Well, look at what happened to Shia LaBeouf's flag shit. That is literal postmodern, like shitting on things.
Yeah.
But both ways.
Yeah.
that whole saga is incredible.
That was so fun. That was fun.
I followed it closely for months. It was a blast.
I miss that's the America that I miss.
Versus people fucking with each other.
Yeah, when we say make America great again, that's what I mean.
I want us to be mad at each other for things that don't matter.
Yes.
And then the things that do matter, we don't get as mad at each other.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
That's literally like this isn't even jokes. That's what I want.
Like I said not as mad because that's unavoidable.
Yeah. This is not even jokes. This is what I want.
Like Lewis not wanting to fuck Bowsette like the coward he is.
I said
him getting that mad about it is very un-American.
I said
you can tell he's not.
All right. Well,
he's a person of color. He gets so angry at little things.
You know those people of color getting angry at little things. It's one of the biggest stereotypes.
Their anger stat is much smaller than other people's tolerance.
Yeah,
it's like their bones are better.
The Museum of Taller Ants.
Is that the worst joke you've ever told?
It's not.
Is it the worst joke you've ever told in this podcast? I think it might be.
Well, it's not mine
because you didn't know it was bad.
It's not mine.
Whose is it?
Sugar Pine 7.
Oh, do you need to hire a deep web hitman to kill them for that joke?
No, I liked it. They legitimately went to the Museum of Tolerance and then pretended that it was a Museum of Taller Ants, and then they got kicked out. I love
that. Is the worst joke you've ever told. That didn't happen.
It did.
That's too not funny for it to be real.
I love Sugar Pine 7 and everything they do.
I love sugar. Actually, no, I don't. That's a lie. I don't like sugar.
I like sugar.
I didn't eat a lot of it, and then when I do, I'm like, I feel sick. This is from a fruit. I go, ooh, my body goes, ooh, you don't want that.
Ooh,
and I go,
stop.
I can't either. And then I vomit.
Guys and girl.
And guys and girl.
Sony, they did a thing that made the internet go, oh, cool.
Some people actually went, oh shit. But I was like, all right.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I went, oh shit.
I own one of these. So
I don't. And I have a PC. So, but it's harder to get. Here's the thing. Okay, so the PlayStation Classic is happening, and it's getting harder and harder to get ROMs these days because of companies like Ninvento suing everybody. And I get it. You want to protect your IPs, but it's making it hard to play video games, and that's not what I like. And I understand people who are just like, hey, I want to get these classic consoles because it's the easiest way to play these games. And if I had money, I kind of wish I had all these consoles. I like the idea of having like a collection of all these mini consoles. I feel like
so weird to me.
That's a cool thing.
Like I'd rather just own the real console if I care about collecting a physical thing at that point.
I think if
the thing is you care about having it in your home,
it's a mixture.
I'd rather the real thing.
It's a mixture of collectability and and convenience.
Yes, that's what they're banking on is convenience.
Exactly. It's why I love the Switch so much. Is like the idea of just like I have all these cool games on and I can just play them in like laying in bed, like, and the battery lasts pretty well, and I can charge it with my phone charger. Like this little things like that. I'm just like, yeah, it just works in any situation, and I can see why people would want these classic consoles for stuff like that. Of just, hey, I want to play fucking Crash real quick, and I don't want to have to worry about fucking weird AV adapters to HDMI and then have to, because no one has a CRT anymore.
They're not that hard. Come on now.
No one has a CRT anymore. I got rid of mine and I was really sad about it.
I don't have one, but I have an HD. Oh, I have an HD TV that still can do components.
Right.
If you just kind of play around with some of those cords.
Oh.
Because like the colors don't exactly exist, but if you just fuck with them, you know where they go.
My TV actually does have components.
And plus, people don't want their CRTs anymore. So if you want one, you just get one for like no money. Just drive through a neighborhood.
It's not hard to get one, but it's a
But they do take a lot of room.
They take up a lot of room, and yeah, it's
ask Melee players.
Yeah,
who bring those shits with them because they're insane.
Here's my thing. The PS1 Classic, I'm not that interested. I like the PS1, but the PS1 games that I like aren't gonna be on there
because there's too many good ones.
Klonoa one's not gonna be on there, and then the Mega Man X4 is already on my.
There's no point of putting it on a collection when it's like
on my Switch. Like
a modern collection for those games already exists. So why would you put it on this one?
I have the Crash remake already. The Spyro remake's gonna come out soon. It's like stuff like that is like the games that I would have gotten on the PS1 Classic. Either I can't get,
or you don't care about it anymore,
or I
because there's already another way to play.
Yeah, exactly
for you.
I think something like a PS2 Classic I'm way more interested in. I don't know. I think there's a lot of games that I can see myself going back to.
Sony just stop lying to the people who don't know and just literally let your PS2 emulator turn on.
Yeah.
It's in the PS4.
Yes.
It exists fully functioning.
Yeah.
It's in there.
At
least let me do what you were doing and then forgot about and keep fixing those ISOs for PS1 and PS2 games on PS4. Because you started doing that.
Yeah.
And then you just stopped.
Yeah.
And I went, what the fuck?
I'm pretty sure you'll agree with me.
And some of those versions are busted on. Like if you want to play what the fuck are those games? There's like a PS2 RPG series where the first
Final
game.
Fantasy. I'm kidding.
Oh no! I'll give you an example. Psychonauts, the PS2 classic version on PS4, is the worst version.
Okay.
It has like screen tearing issues, audio bugs, texture issues.
I feel like I have
and never got fixed.
That's the one I have on my PC. Like my PC cannot run.
No, that's just the fault with the PC port and just settings need to fix.
Yeah.
Like the one on PS2 is just bad like that and has not gotten fixed.
Yeah, interesting.
Still.
Okay.
Because they don't give a shit about this program, so they're gonna make this version instead, I guess.
Yeah.
But my thing is like, all right, convenience, playing these old games easily, sure.
Yeah.
But all these things are made to not be compatible with online features to keep their price low.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever they choose that they want to let you play is what you're stuck with. You can't just like buy more games on it if you really wanted to. You're
That's
stuck
the
with
thing,
it.
yeah.
They'll go, well, we already gave you the PS1 stuff. Why do you want more games?
Mm-hmm.
That's like a marketing thing. It's like, no, I want to buy more games.
Yeah.
Like some of the choices for this one are actually pretty cool. Like they announced 20 on launch, it was going to be what? FF7, Racer Type 4, which is a good choice. Tekken 3, the best Tekken choice.
That's the best Tekken.
Tekken 3 is one of the best Tekken games ever made.
It is my favorite Tekken
Wild
game
Arms,
still.
fantastic choice, really underrated game. Jumping Flash, weird title, but sure. What's another one? They had like,
I can look it up real quick.
but like no RE1 or RE2.
Yeah.
MGS1 is not on there, which it should be. No Gran Turismo game still confirmed yet. No Ape Escape, which is a crime. Ape Escape should be definitely on there.
Yeah, right? That's...
What about Symphony of the Night?
Okay, here we go. Of the 20 games, Final Fantasy 7, Jumping Flash.
What about Abe's Odyssey? What about Wipeout?
Yeah, the Oddworld series, I don't understand why none of them are on there.
What about Suikoden? Any of them. Please put Suikoden on, though. I will buy this if Suikoden is on there.
Yeah.
Because playing the Suikoden games legit, like a real copy, they're rare.
What if
Klonoa Suikoden 2 is like $80 some shit.
What if they decide to grow a pair of balls?
What about Legacy of Kain?
Klonoa 1.
What about Tenchu?
Yeah, people care about that.
Medieval people like that game.
No, see, here's the thing about the classic.
What about Nightmare Creatures?
Here's another thing about the classic consoles. I feel like
What about Dino Crisis?
The smartest thing for any of these,
Silent Hill 1?
all of these companies to do is just to pick them whatever. Just literally Google like top selling PS1 games of all time and put the top 20 on there.
Well,
That's
it's
the
weird
easiest thing for
because
them to do.
Japan does do polls like, hey, what do you guys want?
Yeah.
Like actually, a really fun fact. They've been like putting together like a Sega like we're bringing like old like games to importing them to new consoles like.
Yeah, the Genesis collection and
like recently, like hey, like we're like a group of some old games and put them on a modern thing as a small little mini bundle.
Yes,
and it was really funny. It also made me very mad. They did a poll for Sega stuff, and number one without even competition for
I'm
like games
excited.
they haven't ported over.
I'm so excited.
Jet Set Radio.
Fuck.
Not even a chance. Jet Set Radio was number one.
Wow.
Because it's like, yeah, a lot of good Sega games that came out never got ported to modern consoles. What about Jet Set Radio? Because okay, we got Jet Set Radio HD, which is fine. They cut some songs, which sucks. Like they got rid of the really good Rob Zombie song in there, which is a big bummer. That song is fantastic.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Rob Zombie had a Dragula. Song Dragula got remixed, or I think he remixed it, and it's in Jet Set Radio 1.
I never played those games, but I know what they are.
But obviously. That's the thing. Jet Set Radio 1 is a cool game, but its gameplay is ass compared to the Future. Future is a much better video game. Okay. But that version, you can only ever play on the original Xbox, nowhere else.
Wow.
And it needs to be ported. That's the better game. With you can argue, even some people say the better soundtrack.
Interesting.
But that game is like nowhere to be seen.
Tell me if you agree with this. I feel like it's smarter.
So I think they know that people like Jet Set Radio. I think they know now.
Yeah.
People voted.
Tell me if
and shouted. And
I think
cried.
it's more. I can understand why Nintendo would do these classic consoles more than like a Sony,
because they have like household appeal.
Well, here's the thing with Nintendo. They've been, for the last like 2 years, they've been longer than that, but like specifically like really hard on this last 2 years of like, we really don't like ROMs. We don't want you doing this. And so it's like, fine.
Like they do that like in like waves every couple of years.
Yeah. And this last couple of years has been like really, really hard, like more so than I've ever seen them do. And so I get why they're like, okay, you can't get these games like this. Fine, we'll give you a classic console so you can play some of them at least.
Yeah, like, for whatever reason or another, we're not doing this thing we were working on that we said we were going to do.
Yeah.
I wish you'd say why, but
yeah, fine.
You can't tell us because company shit. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Like I can follow a thought trail for the Nintendo classics, right?
You do listen for sounds of breathing.
Yeah. I can't quite do that with Sony because they already have the PS4 that has the capability and hardware, like everything necessary to do this already.
Like it's like, oh, do you want to play PS1 games? I have a PS3 and a PS2.
Yeah. Well, that's not even that. It's more of just like the PS4 can just. I don't know if it's cheaper for them to just port them over to the PS4 or make a whole new console and like these classic.
Oh, it's cheaper. The classics by far cheaper.
Is it?
Because for PS2 games and PS1 games, they have to make sure that they run, and for PS2, they have to make sure that the resolution is correct and trophy support. It's more work. It is more work for them factually because it is not just a drag and drop.
Yeah,
the way they're doing it is not drag. They have to like go into the games
with the PS.
More for the PS2 games.
Oh yeah, I understand. I guess.
But PS1, there's have to be some people have to manually go in and like bug test them, and it takes work and time. And in reality, like money back for what they get out of it is probably not that much.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like still, it's like give us something rather than nothing. Or at least tell us why you stopped.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, okay, so Genesis. So we know that Sega wants to do the Genesis Classic.
That got late till like 2019.
Yeah, because they canceled their partnership with At Games,
which is a good thing. Which is that company sucks.
Yeah, which is a good thing. But we don't know when that's going to happen. But you know, it's it's just fascinating looking at, and I feel like I haven't seen anyone talk about this other than like I hear when these classics are announced, like, yay, we're getting a classic console, but no one's talking about like, hey, why are we getting so many classic consoles right now?
Because it sells, baby. They sell the NES. Well, luckily, the best thing
what's with the market right now that like wants these games? Like, what is that?
Well, 90s nostalgia is going to be the next big wave. That's simple.
Yeah.
80s nostalgia refuses to fucking die.
Yeah.
It's been around for like 30 years, and I'd like it to die.
Literally,
so I can appreciate it
since
again.
Since 1990, the 80s nostalgia.
No. The 80s died when Nirvana got big in the 90s, which is like, what, 93?
Yeah.
The 80s didn't die for like 3 or 4 years in the fucking 90s. Even then, it was still kind of alive in the pop.
Yeah.
Like it refused to fucking die.
Yeah.
And the nostalgia for it still has not gone away. But I've been getting into 90s shit recently again.
Mm-hmm.
Because the 90s is a decade that's not been mined for nostalgia as heavily yet.
Yeah, it's a weird decade.
Especially for gaming.
Yes.
Not been like as mined upon yet.
Yeah. And so I
think like the N64, the Dreamcast kind of has been mined for nostalgia. Because it was like,
I feel like it's more of like a.
But the Dreamcast is more of like an isolated case. Like the people who had the Dreamcast knew it was a great console and loved it, but it was like niche, but still like those people are really passionate. PS1, those weird Atari consoles that came out, the CDI, which
the Philips CDI,
which is no one cares about that.
Literally the best games. The best Zelda game was on there.
Like the big ones are like like SNES and 64 and PS1 and Dreamcast at the very end.
Yep.
And maybe like a couple PCs that were really big. But even then, it's like, no, at that point, it just became like, make a PC.
Yeah, okay, fair.
Because at that point where like nostalgia was getting ready for the 90s, like, no, just at that point, people were just building PCs.
Yeah.
Or it was just a home PC. They bought from Sears or something.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like the ZX Spectrum. It was like the 80s, like the ZX Spectrum and the Commodore 64 was like going away. Like
Yeah,
the name console computer was like
the
going
name
away.
console computer going away, and then just like
the Apple IIs and stuff were like that stuff was fading out of time.
Yeah, and then it was just I'll just buy whatever computer at Sears.
First, I buy an Apple, I buy a Windows.
Go to Radio Shack, buy whatever graphics card, and put that in. And then
things were changing.
Yeah,
things like Quake getting big, like that stuff was like going away.
Quake, Doom.
Like what are you gonna do? Like I'm gonna buy like an Apple II Mini.
Yeah,
which they would totally make.
Oh, for sure.
The Apple II specifically because of nostalgia.
Apple wouldn't. No, Apple doesn't bank on nostalgia like that.
They haven't.
Apple's
but
weird.
Steve Jobs is dead in the ground.
True. Steve Jobs wouldn't do that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Steve Jobs is dead in the ground.
Tim Cook.
Someone who likes money at Apple, which is a lot of their boards, would go, maybe.
I don't want to turn this to an Apple rant because obviously, but man, I'm so mad at Tim Cook with this with the iPhone situations. But whatever. iPhones are the idea.
He's a smart businessman and make the money.
The idea of having 3 iPhones named iPhone 10, like iPhones here, like the
what are they all named, by the way?
So there's the iPhone 10 regular, then there's the iPhone 10s, there's the iPhone 10s Max, and an iPhone 10R, and they're all
that is made just to fuck consumers over.
Dude, it's so dumb.
The casual, it is like, that is so fucked up.
As much as I don't like Apple, Steve Jobs would have been like, "Fuck that! No, we have one iPhone,
minimum,
maybe
like max 2, yeah,
maybe 2." When the 3GS came out, it was like, "Okay, fine, we'll do two iPhones." And
because we're in an in-between state in technology.
We're gonna have 4 iPhones out right now.
I didn't know that. I thought it was 3.
Well, no, because the iPhone 10 is still being manufactured.
Oh yeah, shit, right. Yeah, you're super right.
Yeah. So dumb. It's super dumb. And then they all have these different colors, so they all have different SKUs. It's a mess.
Do you think we'll get to a point where we'll get nostalgic over the original smartphones and sell mini smartphones?
I hope so.
Because I
want that.
That would be like capitalism has failed and succeeded in the maximum way possible.
Dude, I want
you're happy about the thing that ruined capitalism for a while in terms of like manufacturing for human rights.
Yeah, I want a...
Woo! I get my old Apple iPhone again.
Yeah, I want a Droid.
Awesome. Why?
Dude, I want an original LG G freaking whatever, the G style or whatever, the original Android phone. I want the original Droid Mini.
Well, like BlackBerry nostalgia exists right now.
Oh, for sure. No, incorrect. It almost did, but
for business people, that never went away.
No,
I miss my BlackBerry.
Incorrect. I follow the market for the BlackBerry phones. The Key 2 murdered all nostalgia. The Key 2 sucks.
No. I know. I mean, like for the original time of like, I miss my BlackBerry back in the day. Okay. They don't want a new one. They just like talking about how much they still like it.
Okay, yeah,
no one will buy a new one. Yeah. But that age of like, man, Blackberries were cool. Yeah, like that still is like around.
Well, no one's
gonna buy a new one.
Well, that's why BlackBerry, when they started making the new ones, the Priv was cool, the Key 1 sucked, and the Key 2 was worse. And then they're like, all right, we're done. We tried. We're done.
Can we get like the Zune Mini?
Yes.
Remember the Zune?
Of course I remember the Zune, dude.
What was that stupid media, like that audio thing that Neil Young made? Remember that thing?
Oh, the triangle thing?
Where it looked like a fucking...
The yellow triangle thing?
What was it? What's that candy that's like triangle chocolate?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Toblerone? The fucking Toblerone.
We have deviated like hard from this conversation about the classic consoles.
Because like the thing in nostalgia of like, it's a smaller thing that you remember. Buy it.
Yeah.
We've had that before. So even the classics. We had that for, like the Genesis shit, those Atari things that were all garbage.
Yeah. But now it's interesting seeing it from like the company. It's not like
at least with this one, if you want one, you get it.
Yeah.
Because the reason why is because it's $99.99, $100 US. But it's like, do you want it? Just pre-order it and you get one.
Yeah.
Which is how it always should have been.
You're
not chasing the dragon that doesn't exist. That Nintendo made up.
It's cool for the people that like want it and like think they're the market for this. Obviously, like
I have no qualms with, hey, I want to buy it. Can I buy it?
Yeah.
Oh yes, thank you, sir. Here's my money. Here's my product. Thank you. I go home.
Yeah.
I have no qualms with that. Yeah. I'm into fashion. I hate that shit.
The concept of capitalism is fine.
Well, no, the base idea where like
that's what I'm saying. The base concept of capitalism we all enjoy.
And the thing of like, hey, line up for these shitty sneakers.
Yeah.
For like 5 hours on the internet or in person, and you maybe get one for like $5 million. Yeah,
that's the dumb part of capitalism that we don't like. But whatever.
But it works.
But whatever.
No, yeah. I call that the supreme capitalism.
Fair. I call it
because it works.
I call it
really works.
I call it the combo meal of capitalism. I call it the
you
extra
mean
large.
The 4 for 4 and the 5 for 5 of capitalism.
Hell yeah, dude.
Keeps people fed.
So yeah,
your PlayStation Classic will not keep you fed.
This is fact.
I really do wish that Sony was like, you know what, with this one, we'll let you buy more in the future.
Yeah,
but the size of it, it's actually really small.
It's super small.
Because people don't remember because the PS1, they either threw them out or they broke.
Yeah,
I still have mine. PS1's like, it's not super big, but it's decently large.
Yeah, it's a
bit of a bulky thing.
It's like smaller than the PS2, right?
Yeah, I think it's like the size of like the smaller PS2s.
Yeah,
it's although luckily that controller, the cord in the pictures is like actually it's much longer.
Oh yeah, that was super bad.
Like in front of the guys, don't worry, the cord is longer than that.
Yeah, it is
just for display.
Yes.
Which they learned because the NES one, that cord was awful.
I still wish that they were wireless controllers.
Yeah, me too.
But whatever.
But it's also like nostalgia, cable. I think is what they're going for.
I get it.
I think it's what they're going for. I'm like 90% sure it's what they're going for.
It's also cheaper, I think.
It also is cheaper because cables are cheaper than wireless like syncing.
It's really easy to just put
I don't
copper
know that,
wire
but that's what I'm going to assume.
Oh no, dude, it's super cheap. Just get copper wire, roll it up in a plastic tube, and throw
but
it.
No,
in
my
there.
thing is I don't know how much cheaper.
Oh, a lot cheaper.
Okay.
Then having to like actually have like receivers and like a manufacturer.
Because I assume that stuff got cheaper because everything's wireless now, but
because odds are they're not going to use Bluetooth. Well, they might use Bluetooth.
No, if they were going to do that, they would be cheap on it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
If they were ever to do wireless, they'd be the cheapest version possible, which would not be Bluetooth. Modern Bluetooth.
Yeah, it would probably be like Bluetooth like 2 or something. Because Bluetooth 5 is awesome, but whatever. PS4 doesn't. PS2, I think PS4 still uses Bluetooth 3.
Yes, because I think it was built when that was still like a thing.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on because this classic thing is interesting. I want to talk about it more, but there just needs to be more. I don't know. It's just a new era.
The thing is, the games legit. If Suikoden is on there, I will pick it up.
I'm just saying, like the class
because buying that for Suikoden is how much Suikoden would cost to buy on its own.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'll buy it then to play that one good game.
That's how I feel about like Klonoa. Like if the PS2 classic comes out, and Klonoa 2 is on there. It's not gonna happen.
Not even Klonoa 1, just 2.
Well, no, because Klonoa 1's on the PS1, and I have it on my Vita. Like I can play Klonoa 1 whenever I want. Klonoa 1's a really easy game to get. That game is like because the version of Klonoa like did well. Like
it did pretty well, right?
Yeah, especially in Japan. It did
print wise, yeah.
Yeah, it printed well. Klonoa 2 didn't. And that's
it's
why
one of
that
those,
game, yeah. It died for no reason. It's one of those.
The PS1 had a lot of things like, oh, this game was good, but we didn't make a lot of copies. So like they should.
It was a PS2 problem of just like
early PS2 had that problem too.
Yeah, exactly. Early PS2 problem of just like we have a lot of games.
Also,
a lot of games.
Also, they'd bet.
Some of them
I would
well,
also buy this if they put Xenogears on it. So I'd love to play Xenogears. I'm never gonna touch it.
I have no idea what that is.
It's where Xenoblade kind of became, but not really. It's very confusing.
Okay.
Because it's part of the Xeno saga.
I talk about
it's fucked up.
Talk about the Vita thing and how it's dead in Japan.
Oh, well, yeah, we talked about how the Vita was like dying like slowly but surely, like officially in Japan.
Officially.
But then the story is, well, it's twofold. It's 2 bullets. It's one, the PS Vita will end its production in Japan in 2019. Mm-hmm. And 2, they confirmed that there is currently no plans for a successor.
Yeah, very sad.
Which we always keep saying, well, duh.
Yeah.
But hearing it officially always sucks.
It does. It's simply, the Vita was simply ahead of its time.
And not supported by Sony because they're a bunch of dum-dums.
Yeah. That the 2 things that killed the Vita was
bad support from Sony officially for first parties.
Bad timing.
And,
that's all it is.
And SD cards.
Dude, I
know a lot of people who didn't buy the Vita because the SD card.
The more I think about the SD card thing, I think yes, that's a big problem, but I think the 2 main things is timing and lack of support. That's
those 2 are like those 2 are the first like wounds.
Because I feel like
people and then the card like shot it in the head and just like let it die.
Yeah, like people can get over the card things. If the Vita came out like around like what when the Switch was being announced and like rumored and stuff like that, like when that.
But at least don't make them like.
And then Sony was like supported. It like people can look over like, oh, these cards suck, but whatever. It's
no, but like okay, at least with the Switch, you can pick any brand of card you want for whatever deal you get. For the Vita, it was no, you buy our Sony one, and you pay what we tell you to pay, and that's bullshit.
Yeah, it's
like with the Switch one, that one doesn't hurt me because I'm like. I get it. It's a small console, but at least I can buy whatever SD card I want.
Yeah, exactly.
Same with the modern consoles. Sure, like, a terabyte's a little small because modern games are big. But if you really want to, you can, and they do let you just go buy a hard drive and just do that.
Yeah, just plug it in.
You have the option. They don't go, you have to buy a Sony SSD. No, they don't. Because that's stupid, and everyone knows that's stupid. But for the Vita, like, how? Because they thought the UMD was a good idea, even though they found out it wasn't a good idea. Yeah. The UMD was also stupid, which I'll never know why. They're like, oh, the UMD didn't work. We have a proprietary memory.
It's because Sony...
Like, no, you guys are up your asses, which I don't know why you guys were.
Always. Their entire life.
Because their phones were failing at that time, too.
Yeah.
The Xperia phones were like already sounding like shit. So it's like, why would you do more things to harm your hardware?
I don't want to... Again, I don't want to derail the conversation too much and talk about phones again, but like the Sony Xperia line is so fascinating to watch because those phones, every year they make a new one and no one buys them. I don't know why they keep wasting money on these phones.
They're being bought somewhere.
I don't
know where.
I know it's not China. Because China, there's Xiaomi and Huawei. Those are the 2 that is sold in China. It's not India. I know that. India is like a lot of other companies that I can't think of the name of. It might be Japan, maybe. But even then, it's like Japan usually just gets whatever we have.
No
for phones. I mean,
yeah, I was about to say no to probably not Japan because they mainly get iPhones.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Whatever
mainly iPhones or like whatever is bigger.
Samsung,
whatever's bigger that year, either like the Samsung or like the Pixel.
Yeah, exactly.
Although now it's
Pixel doesn't sell anywhere except for the US. Really? Yeah, and UK. But that's about it.
So I would assume they'd adopt like the Pixels like over time.
And
slowly.
India, I think Google phones sell pretty well in India.
Because Android.
India's a weird market.
For everything. India's an interesting market.
Anyways,
Because of taste and all that.
Moving on. Yeah, the Vita. I'm sad. I want, but it's dead. But that's fine. I have my own little. I have the Vita.
I would have rather they announced this like on stage at like the Sony like fan event. Like, hello everyone, thank you for coming out to Anaheim. Woo! The Vita is gone. I'm not making another one. And they just turn the lights off. Like, go home.
Yeah.
No refunds.
Fuck you.
If you bought a plane ticket, we're not reimbursing you. Fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have a receptacle for your Vitas to put in the trash right over here. Go home.
We will not be recycling them.
Any people who bought a Vita will be shot on sight the moment they leave. And no, it's like if you own a Vita and bought a Japanese game, you are being shot on sight. Please go to the proper line.
Oh, so funny.
If you supported our like okay console with our pretty good niche games on it, you must be sentenced to death. So no one can remember this mistake on our company's history.
I was just talking about before the podcast that I just watched this video about someone trying to argue that the Vita was better than the Switch.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, that guy said, I feel bad for that. Honestly, I just feel bad for him.
You're clinging on to a corpse that like died 4 or 5 years ago.
That's a person that probably should be watched and make sure he doesn't hurt himself.
Yeah.
Because I feel so bad.
Who cares so much about a console that's like kind of been irrelevant for years?
Yeah, kind of. Not even kind of. It's been dead for the last 2 years.
Well, I say years because I don't know how many years it's actually been like really like not a player at all.
I would say 2 years.
Like 2 years after it's like launch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say like, no, I say that's too general. A year and a half. Like a year and a half at best.
No, because that last 6 months or whatever, or that last year was like people started realizing, oh, this actually has a lot of cool like indie games and like Japanese games, but that's about it.
Oh yeah, but like I mean, it's like hardware sales were like already like not.
Oh yeah, hardware sales. Yeah, for people who already owned it, it was cool.
They're like, oh yeah,
but no one bought a new
a lot of
one.
cool parts in here. Sweet.
Yeah.
And then yeah, hardware just died.
Okay, moving on. Oh, Devil May Cry.
Talk about what you saw. Your first impressions on the trailer I showed you.
Old man.
Talk about what I showed you so I can follow up because I got some shit to say about this.
Old man Dante's interesting to see like move and talk. He talks interesting. It's very strange. It's still Dante, but it's like, oh, you're like old man Dante. This is weird.
I love the fact that they refuse to let him grow up.
Yes,
that's my favorite part about it.
I love it because it's still Dante, but it's like you should like maybe be a little bit more not this.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more like your brother, maybe, or your dad.
Yeah.
But then he went, no. What are you talking about?
Fuck that.
I'm going to be really upset if in this game he doesn't eat a single slice of pizza.
Oh,
I'm going to be very angry.
I'm pretty sure the game will open with it.
Because nothing will ever top when as a boy I saw the opening of DMC3 and that action cutscene blew my fucking brain.
So cool.
Because it's so stupid.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
Devil May Cry 3, for all of its flaws, has awesome like
the amount of things it added were like incredible.
DMC3 probably has one of the best presentations out of the series.
Yeah, because that's remember that director went on to also direct the cutscenes for Bayonetta.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can very much tell.
Yeah,
because that guy went over the top. That's not even a word.
That flare,
Pshaw.
dude. That flare in the DMC3 is fun.
Well, no, I think about like, okay, remember you remember because the cutscene of DMC3 where you can jump on those like the sand reapers and you skate on them and just spin around with your guns.
Yes,
the move in game is really terrible.
Yeah, exactly.
But it looks cool as shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
and it lets you do it because we want you to feel cool like Dante.
That's the thing about Devil May Cry 3 is like this game feels terrible. I don't want to touch it, but I just want to look. I just want to look at what I'm doing.
It's a hard game to play.
Yeah.
It's not as hard as like DMC1 was
DMC1 is hard because it shouldn't existed.
It's a weird combo. DMC2, press the shoot button and you win.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know about this. I forgot because I recently booted up like the DMC HD. I only have the first 3 on HD on my PS3. DMC2, I forgot about this because I haven't played the game like I played it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I played 2 after 3 for some reason because that's how you got games as a kid.
I played 4, or no, I played 3 first. I
played a bit of 1. I know what it was, and I was like, it's hard. And then I never played it. And then I played 3, and then I played 2.
Yeah.
And then 4, way later.
I did 3, 4, 1, 2. Like that was mine.
In 2, Ebony and Ivory, the shoot button, you can juggle enemies with that.
Wait.
Like just shooting juggles enemies.
Can't you do that in DMC4?
No, like just like plain shooting, they will just keep going. They won't get locked. Like in DMC3 and 4, it's a ramp up. You have to shoot them enough, and then they'll like maybe start getting juggled for a bit, but then like they'll drop down because it's not enough. Because that's stupid. But in DMC2, you can just mash the shoot button, and then we'll get stun lock and just go up in the air. So the game is just you shoot. All the weapons in that game don't matter because you can just shoot and you win.
Interesting.
So that game's bad.
Yeah.
Because like, oh, combos, we don't even need them. Because the game's bust fundamentally on what it's about. But then 5, it's like, no, we'll give him all of his shit. Like they confirmed, like the MC4, you can style switch on the fly, weapon switching on the fly, which is intimidating but also really fun.
Yeah.
And Lewis, you didn't see the new weapon until just now.
Yeah.
It's really, it's almost as dumb as the remember DMC3, those nunchucks you get?
No.
The first new weapon you get in that game are like nunchucks.
Okay.
But okay, you know what a nunchuck looks like, right? Where it's it's two ends.
Yeah.
His has 3.
Oh,
remember
yes,
that?
I definitely remember.
Remember how stupid it is, but it's really cool.
Yeah,
to use
you hold the
and
handle and then it like spins around. Yeah,
and you make Brucey noises. It's really weird and dumb.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're like, you know what? Forget like normal weapons. There was like a dumb thing on them.
Let's do something even dumber than that.
No, the bike that he rides, he turns into a weapon, and during his combos, he gets on the bike again as a cool like burnout spin.
Yep.
Because why not? Of course Dante would do that. Of course he would.
His bike turns into a chainsaw.
Like, yeah, and then
this is literally...
And then also 2 giant chainsaw swords.
It is...
Video games.
It is the dumbest shit, and this is what Devil May Cry 5 had to be.
It's what people missed from the reboot that they did.
Yeah, yeah. Look, I talk about this all the time. I love DMC. It's that game got a lot of shit, and I understand why.
Some of it deservedly, a lot of it kind of not.
Yeah, like that game.
Like as a game, yeah, some of it is deserved.
For everyone that like shit on the game and refused to play it now. Feels great.
Be sure to play the remastered.
Yeah, play the remastered version.
Where a lot of the things that I had a beef with gameplay wise were fixed.
Yeah, the colors and the
enemy balance.
Yeah, the game, the platforming in DMC is so fun.
It was a cool take.
It's so cool. The combat, it gets a little boring, but I like the way it moves. Like I like the progression.
Yeah, the movement in the comic games is not bad. It's fun.
I like the progression. Like as the more you play the game, the more.
Oh, the first playthrough escalation.
Yeah. It's a nice ramp. It's a nice ramp. It's not as fun. It's not as like rewarding feeling as like the Devil May Cry series.
Yeah.
Like where it's like as I play the game, I can see myself getting better. It's more in DMC. It's more like I have more options. It's not like I get better. I just have more options.
I think DMC's problem is I get more options. I don't need to use them.
Yeah, exactly.
And DMC mainly 3 and 4 are I have options. I can't wait to mix it up.
Yep.
Like I
can't wait to see what happens if I do this.
I can think about I'm thinking about DMC like 3 right now. I'm like, man, what if I just play that mission again, but with this loadout instead? Yeah. What if this one I had balls and I did Royal Guard. Yeah. This one mission because I want to try it. Yeah. Royal Guard is fucking hard.
Yeah.
Or like, you know what? What about this one? I played through how about I beat the final boss, Gunslinger?
So Devil May Cry.
What if I fought Virgil with Gunslinger? I don't know why I do it, but you can, and that's cool. But holy shit, good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
Without a dodge.
Devil May Cry. All Devil May Cry needed to do for me is just be like, all right, let's go back to like silly Devil May Cry, but like not like. I'm trying to describe
not too anime, but the right anime.
The right amount of
because DMC is anime.
Yeah.
Devil May Cry, the series, is anime.
Yes.
They even made a bad anime about the series.
Yeah, which I thought I liked, and then I realized I didn't.
No, okay. If you still like it, try to like it as much as you can. Just don't ever watch it now.
Yeah, I
thought the Beautiful Joe anime was good. That anime is not good.
I watched like the first 3 episodes of the anime for Devil May Cry, and as I kept watching, I was like, oh,
because they're going for the tone of Devil May Cry 2, where like Dante's serious.
Yeah, and it's not.
Dante has a really cool. I love his design in 2. He's way too serious in that game.
Mm-hmm.
He's not like talking shit to the boss. It's like, what? I noticed that they took a lot of his traits for like Leon and RE4. Like RE4, when he goes to the village, like, what? Is everyone late for bingo or something? It's like, that's stupid. He would never say that. But whatever, it's funny.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, Devil May Cry 5. All I had to do was like feel as good as DMC, and
even as good as like 3 would be fine.
Yeah.
Actually, no. I think
incorrect. 4.
As good as Bayo 1. Minimum, like Bayo 1 and 2 together.
Fair. Okay, yeah. Just feel good and be silly, not serious. Just be because like I admit modern games
sometimes can be way too serious.
For the last 15 years have been way too serious, and I like it when every once in a while we have one pop up from nothing of just like here's a silly game.
Yeah. With a budget.
Bayonetta was that
recently for you.
Yeah.
I gotta mind serious narratives and shit. It's fun when they're told well.
Yeah.
But it's nice that like Japan gets budgets. Or like when indie studios like have the
and Devil May Cry 5 looks like it's succeeding that.
And I think I kind of like it
100%.
because they're going for like it's the RE engine where they're like it's like all realistic where they scan people's faces in. And it's like all hyper realistic.
It looks good, yeah.
So like I don't know why like for the reveal also in the trailer they showed like hey Lady and Trish are back, which I'm like holy shit.
Yep.
Lady and Trish look great in game. The stills they released, like Lady looks awful. Like her jaw's like way too wide in the still.
I haven't
like her render's really bad, but in game they look great.
Yeah,
they look really great.
I thought everything looks really good.
Like Lady's a straight upgrade. Like and Trish.
Also, what do you think of the color palette for this game so far? Like the grays and blues.
I don't mind it, but I think because your attacks are so colorful enough, anyways. Like I think it makes it easier to focus on the combat because DMC they weren't that colorful.
No, it's just brown and red.
The environments aren't really what mattered, which is
No.
why DMC's changed. Like, let's do like weird environments was kind of novel.
Yeah, I like
Of like oranges and blues.
oranges and blues,
Like the
bright
weird, like,
colors,
the weird
super
floating platforms.
saturated.
Like, it was kind of neat. Like, it was a different take on it for sure. Wasn't a bad idea. I liked some of it actually.
I liked it too.
But DMC's environments were never, like DMC4's environments
Mhm.
are pretty bad. And all
Yeah.
like visually, they're
it's-
pretty bad.
Yeah, it's not.
The only like really one that I like visually, it's the one where you're fighting on top of like who's the boss you fight that like throws spears at you?
I know what you're talking
It's like
about.
top of, like you're on top of a tower,
Mhm.
and it's just an open arena, but on top of like a big like giant Roman tower.
Yeah, it's like
That, like those are kind of nice, I guess, because like you can like focus on the combat.
I also like I like that cave part where you're like in like
yeah. I
Yeah.
forget what you're talking about, but yeah, like DMC's environments were never its strongest suit.
Mhm.
But I'm from what I'm looking at, like them going for urban setting and DMC's like gameplay style,
Mhm.
I think could be cool
It could be really cool. Yeah.
because they like DMC1 was a really cool castle.
Yep.
DMC2 was a much lamer castle.
Much flavor castle.
DMC3 was like a little bit of the urban city destroyed / like the weird Tower of Babel thing that they made up, whatever its name was, I forget.
I don't remember.
4 was just Bayo 1 setting,
Yeah,
but
what-
before Bayo 1 on accident.
Weird medieval times, but not.
It's like like fake Italy,
Yeah, fake Italy.
but in
there
modern
you go.
day.
Yeah, fake modern day Italy with medieval times
It's
aspects.
it's really odd.
Yeah.
But at least Bayo 1's like, no, we're like in modern day, so we're like gonna have cars and shit. Like it was something like you fight on a freeway in one part of that game,
Yeah.
like
so
on a,
weird.
like on the Golden Gate Bridge, basically.
And then DMC was just modern times.
Like
but-
I'm really happy that like when I first saw like the art style change, I'm like, it looks like DMC. I don't know.
yeah.
But then the more footage I look at it of like Nero, I was like, okay, I think what it really sold me was there was a clip that came out, I think at Gamescom,
Mhm.
where it's like footage of Nero and you get to hear him talk. And there's a bit where Zuka was like, here's some of that good shit. And he throws something at you. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
We're gonna be fine.
Yeah, we're
he
gonna be
skates
good.
on his arm. We're gonna be fine. As long as the characters are cool, that's all I need.
Is what's his name directing this game?
Itsuno?
Yeah.
Itsuno's directing it.
Okay, cool.
There's even footage of him doing I don't know if you've seen like the meme of like the stupid dance they made. Like there's like these really poorly drawn drawings of like Nero and Dante dancing.
Nope.
And they're like really shitty like 3-frame GIFs, but they got really popular for DMC fans.
Uh-huh.
And then Itsuno at a party was doing the dance for
Cool.
people because like fuck it, I know, I follow DMC.
Of course he does.
Because literally at E3 was like, this is the game for real DMC fans.
Dude, and Suno loves the series.
And he literally said like, it's like I will be very upset if this is not like he literally said like this will be the best DMC game you guys have ever played.
Yeah.
Like he's riding expectations very high in this game. So they're trying their asses
Well,
off.
it's
for
because
this.
Itsuno is like the most passionate game director ever.
He's one of the most
He's
passionate.
definitely up there. Like,
Yeah.
Maybe not as passionate as what's the Smash guy?
Oh, Sakurai?
Yeah, probably
Where
not.
I get angry at how much he cares.
Yeah, it's probably not Sakurai level, but it's definitely.
Where Sakurai's like losing his fucking hands.
For me, Itsuno just like he made a thing that he's a fan of.
Yeah. Which is
He's the
a
biggest.
blessing to do in an industry like this.
Yeah, man, he's the biggest. He is Devil May Cry #1 fan.
Like I think that's the reason like God of War turned out the way, like the remake turned out the way it did. Because Core Balrog's like, yeah, I love God of War, but I just need to take a break from it.
Yeah,
And we all felt like that way. So when he came, I was like, yeah, I put all my all into this game, and it turned out very well.
yeah, it looks cool. I haven't played
God
it,
of
but it looks
War,
cool.
the remake makes me more excited for the sequel, honestly, than the game
that's
itself, because it's such a good base for like a reboot of a series. That like, I can't wait for the next one.
Yeah, fair.
Because the God of War is a pretty good game.
Yeah,
It has some flaws because it's like it's such a big change. Like it has some issues for sure. But man, that sequel's gonna be so tight.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so fucking good. Because remember that game, God of War, the original series was like character action,
Mhm.
but in a different kind of way. So is the new one, but it's behind the back.
Yeah.
It's that in that way it's cool, but also kind of busted in certain enemies you fight.
Well, it's modern. It's modern to where like people who haven't really played like are used to modern games. Like,
Yeah, but it is like a character action game where
Yeah.
like you can do combos. They're really limited in the compared to like other ones, obviously.
I feel like
Because they're not going to give you like, hey, you ever played God of War 1, 2, 3? Yeah, you want to play DMC 4,
Yeah,
but Kratos?
yeah.
But
no.
also you don't get your chains. But it's like, but I know he's the guy with chains, and I mashed square to do this. What? Like the chain was so big, it's like you can't do that to people. It's like it's a bad marketing idea.
The way I haven't played God of War, but the way
God of War is going to go, it's like, well, they might do like an environment change again, which means weapon change again.
the way I look at God of War is the same. I feel like God of War did what Assassin's Creed Origins tried to do.
Like bring it to a new setting.
No, the combat. I mean,
Oh, where it's like they're trying to change some of the base.
instead of like just mashing square, they're trying to be like, okay, let's do like a actual
More interesting setting, which
like,
it is
involved-
it is better combat.
yeah, but actually succeeded. Where I don't think Assassin's
Because God
Creed
of War
did.
like try to like the more I hear about the game, the more I'm like, holy shit, the people who worked on it like are insane for like how much they put into this game. Everyone,
Yeah,
because it's like I found out the axe throwing mechanic,
Mhm.
where like how the way it comes back to you.
the mechanic of the game.
That, like what people consider like it's a small mechanic, but it's like the best part about it, like how it feels when it hits your arm.
Yeah.
They said that wasn't done until like maybe like 3 months before the game came out.
Jesus Christ.
Because it's like it's not right. Let's try it again.
Yeah.
Because it needs to be and it's feel great. Because guess what? The best part of the game is like, oh, when you get it back, you feel powerful.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like it's like a mechanic that doesn't really, in the grand scheme of all the game, it feeling powerful doesn't matter.
No, it's just an axe.
And if you're like if you're not, it doesn't matter, sure. But for like a player, that matters so much when you get it right.
Well, especially because it's something that you're going to be doing 100 million times.
Yeah, but putting the work in, like for something like that, like it took them that long. Imagine everything else that took them that long.
It's kind of like the
it's insanity.
It's like the hit marker sound for Call of Duty, where it's like it's something that like you don't think about being very important, but getting that right is
well, also like all that and like aim down speed. ADS, like how that feels in those games. That took them a long time to get like the way they wanted it to be.
For sure.
That's someone spent hours just doing that for a gun because you have to.
Yeah. But
look with things that are character action based, like DMC or God of War or Bayonetta or Wonderful 101 or blah 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 blah.
The game is like 99% gameplay.
Yeah. And God of War got a good chunk of its like narrative stuff right in a really good way. But now I'm kind of like, okay, their action is good. It's not like the best it could be. It needs some work. But I would love like a good narrative with also really great action.
So that's the thing about DMC, like, and you can agree with this. I think everyone can agree with this. Probably it's or whatever. They could like probably also agree with this. Is like the story is not
interesting.
No,
the only interesting part is Dante and Virgil's rivalry in 3.
Yes,
and not because it's a good one, because it's anime.
Yeah,
because it's I wear red. Oh no, okay, I didn't realize this until recently. Okay, Dante, he wears red. He shoots guns and goes woo, and has like a claymore. He's like an American cowboy.
Yep.
What is Virgil? His hair is slicked back up. He wears a long blue formal coat. He has a Japanese katana.
Yep.
He's Japanese. Cool.
Yeah.
What if they were rivals and fought? And that's pretty much all the really that backstory goes. It's not that deep, but it's presented in a way that it feels cool.
It's the dumbest cool parts of most of these cultures, and they're the rivals.
Yeah,
it's cool.
It is just what do we think is interesting from these aspects of culture, and that's it. It's not that deep.
No,
but it's also super deep because it's deep in the way that we want to make them look cool visually.
Yeah,
and action based. That's it.
And it ends, and that's the thing. Everything about DMC and the reason why probably you and I both jack off this game so much is that everything is in service for the gameplay.
Yeah.
The story,
even some of the bad menus from the early games, like they're like just get back to the game, just back to the game.
Yeah. Everything is in service of making the gameplay feel
the ranking systems, the power ups, the damage, the stupid difficulty,
and sometimes it falls flat. Like Devil May Cry 4 has a lot of problems with that
because that game was like a development. Like I've heard the game, Itsuno could have left that game. They let him because I don't know if you know about this. They cut the budget on that game during development.
I think I heard about this. I think you told me about
Itsuno
that.
was like, I'm not going to leave.
Yeah,
which is why. Even though we like the Nero stuff, they reuse levels a lot.
Yes.
Because they lost development time, but they still cared. And that's why DMC 4, I still think 3 is a much better game. But 4, I think it's still a good game. It's just, it did well as a game despite what happened to it during development. But also, for 5, they said they wanted to make a story that made you cry.
Yeah.
And Suno was like, I care about that. So who knows? Are they going to kill Lady and Trish because they're going to get rid of the only 2 cool characters that we all remember from the old games? Because Virgil gone. Maybe. But except he's totally not. Virgil's totally back.
Yeah.
Is it going to be involving V, the guy that they showed in the end of that trailer?
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
I wonder how that guy's going to play.
I have no idea.
Because he had a book.
Did he?
Remember he was holding the book that has V on it?
Okay, yeah.
So I'm like, is he going to be a magic boy? Like,
yeah.
Because that would be awesome.
Dude, imagine.
Because I want him to summon fists and like
the idea,
feet, like Bayonetta kind of does.
In every like
fireballs.
In every like RPG pretty much or whatever, like I play in every fantasy RPG. I
play caster?
I play mage. I always play
mage boy,
wizard, wizard, whatever. I like yeah. And so the idea of a mage
character action
and Devil May Cry character action, that sounds like
very tantalizing.
That sounds, first of all, terrifying.
Yeah, yeah. Because you've seen like what Dante can do just when he was not old and powerful.
Well, I'm saying terrifying in the game game development.
Oh
standpoint.
God,
Like,
yeah.
I can't imagine
like particle effects already a nightmare.
How do you make a range based character like that feel as engaging as the melee of Devil May Cry?
Yeah. Because they already have like range down, like they figured out with the guns, like they kind of had like, use the guns as a way like to like knock down.
It's just to keep your combos going.
Like they're either mainly combo extenders or like just knock an enemy down to give me time. They are time extenders for your life or time extenders for your combo. But making range like super viable, I believe in them. I think they can do it if that's what they're gonna go for. Maybe they're just gonna give him knives. I don't know what they're gonna give him. Maybe like if he throws knives and like he uses like magic to follow up combos. Who knows? But I'm very excited. Idea. But at the same time, there's more to the story. One, I'll get the more annoying bummer out of the way, and then I want to talk about the other controversial bummer.
Okay.
There will be ways in DMC5 because Capcom, I guess.
Oh,
You
yeah,
can
I
buy
forgot
you can
about
buy microtransactions in this game for power-ups.
Yeah.
Which is a bummer.
It's a bummer, but like the way this game is, because it's not like they're going to change the Devil May Cry formula. It doesn't look like they are. They haven't. I hope they don't.
The bones are not changing.
Yeah, and so it's one of those things that I think like if you want to pay money to get these things, you can, but you really don't have to. That's what I'm hoping it's going to be.
Well, that's what look like they're designing to, but it's like it's still a bummer. It's like they had to do it.
Yeah, of course.
Someone at Capcom upstairs like you have to do it. They're like fine.
Yeah,
and that sucks. It's like ruining like this passion project.
It's not ruining.
No, it's not ruining.
Ruining is not the word I use, but
it's like staining a little bit of like this passion project.
Yeah, it's definitely it's making things a little bit fuzzier than I'd want it to be.
Because it's just about like red.
When did this game come out? When does this game come out?
Next year.
Okay,
like I think end of March or something.
Okay, so like late spring or whatever.
Late spring, yeah.
Okay.
But then the other meteor story, which had fallout the day it came out, was with the conversation from the fan base mainly, and then later on with the shown theme for that trailer for Dante.
Yeah.
Most of the fans, then whatever, I think they're right.
The
theme sucks. It sucks a lot. It does not work for this game at all and what they're going for. And the reception for the theme was so bad. One, the official video for the song, because it was made by like a real band, was delisted.
Ooh.
And then the story got way juicier and way more fucked up.
Okay, I don't know any of the things.
When people looked into it, some people I guess who knew the band before they made this game are just like, hey, what did this band do? There were reports, and from what I could see, some legitimate like concrete allegations and dealings that the lead singer of the band had sexual misconduct issues with an underage person sometime last year.
Yeah.
And then Capcom went, well, people didn't like the song, but oh shit, this is way worse.
Yeah.
They apologized and went, oh shit, we didn't know that.
Yeah.
Which I think you should probably figure that out, but that's really bad.
Yeah.
It's going away. So it's like, cool, things going away. Not the reason I wanted it to be.
I remember this now. Okay.
I went, that's like, this theme sucks. It's a bummer, but whatever. I guess can change that with like the DLC.
That theme,
fine. And then I went, oh shit, this is way worse for it going away.
I think okay. So I think the mute, like looking at because I just watched the trailer like right before the podcast.
Yeah, your initial like gut reaction.
My gut reaction to the music was
it's like
it's fine. I'd rather if this came out in 2009, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense.
No, my thing was this. I don't know if I couldn't confirm it because like the stories were going like crazy over the weekend. From what I heard from people, I can't confirm, but it makes sense if this was the case.
What
they said, I couldn't find the statement. I couldn't track it down.
Okay, that
the singer and writers of Dante's new song was supposedly written for the other Dante.
Oh, see, okay, that makes way more sense.
That's true.
That
makes way more sense and wouldn't have been like as what?
Yeah, okay, fair.
Because like think about like
I believe it.
Like the battle themes for like DMC 1 through 4, they make way more sense. And like Devil's Never Cries like my favorite one still. Because it's the most ridiculous one.
Okay, I don't know the names of any of the songs.
If you look them up, you'll remember like what they sound like.
Yeah, I don't know the names of the songs.
I like DMC ones a lot because it's just so weird. It's such of its time, like the electronic style.
I think
where it's like loud sirens, like I kind of dig it.
Yeah,
but them doing like screamo vocals and heavy guitar thuds for Dante does not work. If it was like for V, who we don't even know anything about.
Yeah,
if he looks like a goth dude, looks like Singing Kylo Ren. Like maybe they're that character, but like it's Dante. Like it doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Dante's not angry.
No.
He was angry once when like
DMC 2.
He wanted to fill like for that game for some reason, and he wanted to fill her dark soul with light.
Yep.
But he's not an angry dude. He's like he gets more at worst, he gets annoyed.
Yes. He's simply I don't know how to describe his character.
He treats life as a playground.
There you go.
Because he's half demon, half human.
Of course he's going to do that.
So he's like, well, whatever.
Yeah.
I just kill demons because I need to get paid to get pizza.
Yep.
Because I guess demons need to eat pizza.
That's it.
Which they never established why do half demons still need to eat food like real humans.
That doesn't matter.
But
I don't care. I literally do not
care. But it's
care.
also the thing is like, no one cares and neither do I. So who gives a shit?
Yep.
But yeah, like I'm on one hand, I'm glad they're going to either like make a new theme or just replace it with something else they have made. But man, that is a conclusion for that story I did not see coming.
Me neither.
That was some whiplash. I was like, wait, huh? I thought it was like, oh, people like just like this is like a fake thing. No, this is super real. Oh shit.
Yeah.
The same thing Capcom's like,
I remember
like, holy shit, it's going away. Bye.
Sorry.
Sorry. Shit. So I don't know how that happened.
They handled it pretty well though.
They handled it pretty well, but it's like, wow, someone should have like probably known because if people like average Joe found that out.
Well, now is not
It's weird. It's like the guy who hired them is like, you guys didn't know that.
Now,
So my thing is like, if that statement that I couldn't find was true, that means that they hired them years ago and they're just reusing the song.
yeah, which is fine.
Which is like, that makes sense why, but it's like, damn.
Here's like
Wow,
now
that's unfortunate.
our culture right now. You can't fuck up like that.
But when like the allegations have like concrete, like no, they're real. Like there weren't allegations. They happened. They're like, oh,
yeah.
Oh,
Like, and look, I am referencing the Me Too movement situation.
Well,
Like,
yeah, but it's like,
and even outside of that, it's still fucked up. But I'm saying like right now, it's a very walk on eggshells type of culture we're in right now with this kind of stuff.
But when you find out the person or people
Like,
who are accused
legitimately did
already like squished the eggshells, you're like, you should have not done that even before this whole people being
And
aware
this is
of
why
it.
good on Capcom for as soon as they
For at least
realize
doing like, hey guys, whoops, we fucked up. Please, we will fix this. And going, they handled it very well.
Capcom.
Because they know that they please like us. We're trying our best.
Exactly. This is the year of we're trying. Please, please.
But it's still like,
look at all the Mega Man you've gotten.
This is not the way I wanted this theme that it
Oh, yeah. Speaking of Mega Man.
Oh, right. And then the thing that I'm so happy that Lewis did not know about, they had a stinger for the end and an extra trailer for like the end of the Dante reveal. They showed off for like the deluxe edition. There's like, oh, we're adding like extra Buster arms like for skins, and also like you can change out. They announced for the deluxe edition you can have you can change out the announcer for your rankings, which is awesome. Because like DMC4 is my favorite one.
Yeah.
Because the Savage in this one, I kind of like it, but I'll get sick of it. But also they let you like pick out old battle themes from DMC 1 through 4, which not is cool. DMC, which is weird, but sure, because copyrighted music, I get it.
Well, also they're trying to
nostalgia, sure.
Well, they're trying to.
And then they had the best one, which Lewis called a trailer for.
Yep.
One of the new arms for Nero is Mega Man's Buster arm
from Mega Man 11. Which, by the way, I love the way the particle effects of Mega Man 11 are, and
I think they look really great.
They're moving all the particle effects over for this game, which looks so out of place.
But it's really funny.
I love it so much.
The bit where I laughed when I was showing Lewis it was where
clapping.
Yeah, because like Nero claps for his taunt, but his hand is like it doesn't clip, which is way funnier. It hits it like it's still there, but it's like it's this big dumb like toy on his hand.
Dude, I want them when they do that to have like clapping sound effects, and it's still the sound of like hand claps.
No, they should be 808 claps.
Yes, please.
Because me and you will laugh about that.
Yeah, only us.
Because that's 808 claps are the funniest shit. That's why the best Munch Thing video he ever made was Cardi B on stage.
Yes.
And they're clapping. It's a bunch of 808s, and I can't handle it.
So good. Munch Thing is.
But also, I'm really shocked. It looks really goofy, but when he's running and shooting, it actually looks kind of cool.
No, it doesn't.
With his arm out, even stupider than Mega Man when he holds it.
Yeah.
It looks kind of cool.
It's not bad.
And also, I do like how the one thing that is going to be in there also is that when you die, you have the death particles.
Yeah.
And the teleport in. It's a really fun effect that I really appreciate.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, that's.
So I was like, okay, thank God. At least like I can end that DMC like feeling on a high. And I was like, you know what? Good thing. Oh, really bad. Okay, this is cool.
I feel like
it was a roller coaster. Like
they are making this game for me and you.
Yeah, they're literally saying, like, this is for the fans. Please believe us.
Yeah.
Please. I'm sorry for the years we've been gone.
I'm sorry.
Please believe us.
All right. So I actually have to go do some. We're gonna have to bounce. We're gonna have to bye. Because the Telltale thing happened, but we can't talk about this time because I have to go.
Legit, it might be a good thing that we wait because there might even be more shit coming out. Because the story changed before we talked about the podcast today.
Yeah. So
we'll come back with that next week because that's a whole debacle.
We're not ignoring the Telltale thing.
That's like a half hour that we need to like talk about it.
That's next week. Yeah.
We'll get back to that one because that's a big story. We both have feelings on.
Bye, babe.
Well, bye, everybody.